Good morning. Today is Monday, May 5th. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. Today's weather is going to be pretty sunny with temperatures reaching the upper 70s, though there is a slight chance we'll see some thunderstorms late this afternoon. Voters went to the polls on Saturday for local elections. We'll hear more about those races after today's news. A mural at Jerry's Supermarket in Oak Cliff, originally painted to honor Mexico's victory at the Battle of Puebla in 1862, got a touch-up over Cinco de Mayo weekend. The Oak Cliff Coalition for the Arts chose local artist Jesus Alba for his strong community ties and cultural focus to restore the mural. Residents got to view the mural during the Cinco de Mayo parade on Jefferson Boulevard on Saturday. New driverless car options are coming to Arlington later this year. The autonomous driving company May Mobility is partnering with Uber to expand driverless offerings in the city. Ann Foss is Arlington's transportation planning manager. She says the city is excited the company was able to partner with Uber to continue Arlington's automatic vehicle deployment. Uber and May haven't released details on the service area or cost. Voters across North Texas cast their ballots Saturday for local elections. There were votes for mayor, city council, school boards, as well as important bond elections and other ballot measures. Those local elections affect the everyday lives of North Texans, and KERA's reporters have been following many of those races. We'll hear from some of them now, starting with Nathan Collins in Dallas, where nearly every city council seat was on the line.
All Dallas City Council incumbents up for re-election held on to their seats. That's according to unofficial returns tallied late Saturday night. 4 other districts will have a new face representing them at City Hall. At least 2 races will likely be decided in a June runoff election. Some council members were re-elected despite an opposition campaign run by Damian Levesque. He's the executive director of Dallas Hero and the voice behind the controversial social media account Dallas en Fuego. Levesque used his platform to publish videos targeting a handful of incumbents. That includes District 7 Councilmember Adam Bazaldua, District 11 candidate Jeff Kittner, and District 1 Councilmember Chad West. Only a small fraction of the over 1 million registered voters cast a ballot. Now to Irving, where Megan Cardona reports political action committees spent more than $100,000 on local city council races.
2 Irving City Council candidates will face each other in a runoff for the Place 2 citywide seat following Saturday's election results. David Pfaff and Sergio Perez had the most votes, but neither secured a majority. Voters will decide who takes up the Place 2 seat in June. Pfaff is a born and raised Irving resident. He ran his campaign on public safety, improving infrastructure, and supporting businesses and job growth. Perez is backed by the local Families for Irving Political Action Committee. Families for Irving's principles include school choice, single-family housing, and, quote, traditional family values. The PAC backs candidates who align with its priorities. This year, that included Place 1 incumbent John Block and Place 7 candidate Adam Muller, who both appeared to narrowly secure victories as of unofficial election results. If Perez wins in the runoff, the Families for Irving PAC could back a majority of the Irving City Council. And now KERA's Caroline Love takes us to Collin County, where in McKinney a mayoral runoff is likely.
Former McKinney City Council member Bill Cox will face Scott Sanford in a runoff election in June. Cox got about 47% of the vote according to unofficial results. Sanford received around 41%. Cox is the chair of the city's Planning and Zoning Commission. The commission approved the site plan for expanding the city's airport in January. McKinney voters struck down a $200 million bond fund to expand the airport 2 years ago, but the city council is still moving forward with the project. Opponents of the airport say the council is ignoring the will of the voters. Cox said at the mayoral debate the council is listening to the will of the voters by using sales tax dollars instead of property tax funds for the airport. Former state representative Scott Sanford said at the debate the $73 million airport expansion should be put on hold until the voters elect a new mayor. Meanwhile, in Arlington, James Hartley reports voters approved $200 million in bonds, most of which is going to street infrastructure.
Voters gave overwhelming support to most of the proposals on Saturday's ballot. Only one for City Hall improvements passed by a narrow margin. The majority of the bond money, $137 million, goes towards street repairs and replacement. Most of Arlington's major roads are nearing 50 years old, the typical lifespan of a concrete road. City leaders say the bond's structure allows them to completely replace streets without raising taxes. Trey Elverton is Arlington's city manager.
You want generations who are going to use and appreciate the improvements to spread that cost, and that lets us keep our tax rate lower over time.
The bond will also cover library upgrades, public safety equipment, and a new fire station. I'm James Hartley in Arlington.
I'm Caroline Love.
I'm Megan Cardona.
And I'm Nathan Collins.
To read all of KERA's coverage of Saturday's elections, head to KERAnews.org/elections. The Dallas Wings started their preseason against the Las Vegas Aces with a loss, but it marked new star Paige Becker's first game with the team, heralding a new era for the Wings. Their season opener is in a couple of weeks on May 16th. And the Dallas Stars are moving on to round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs after an improbable comeback win against the Avalanche on Saturday. Down 2-0 in the third period, the Stars roared back with 4 unanswered goals, including a hat trick for Dallas's new star Mikko Rantanen, helping to end the season of his former team. Fans of horror and the supernatural may enjoy tonight's screening of Norori, The Curse, at Alamo Drafthouse, following the story of a filmmaker who disappeared while making a documentary about ectoplasmic worms. For more information and some other scary things to do, go to our Go See DFW calendar at KERAnews.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. The show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit KERA.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get some good morning vibes from our colleague, Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're at KERATX. See you tomorrow.